it's watchable, but it's like
Wait,
You
but
know what's
you haven't caught up yet, right? You
no. I
finish
stopped.
it,
I
right?
stopped watching after his wiener started working. Hello, and welcome to That Time We Hosted a Podcast, also known as That Time Podcast. I am one of your hosts. My name is Zach Strachman. Joined with me are...
Marcelo here.
And I am your boy Ian.
That's right. And this is the inaugural episode, and also our first holiday special. We are here to talk about all things anime, manga, things coming out from Asia and inspired by that. And we want to bring all of that excitement to your ears. So, hey guys, how's it going?
It's going great.
Yeah, feeling excited to have the first episode. I'm excited for the people to hear, what we got to talk about. It's mostly, I feel like it's just gonna be kind of like a chill, hangout type conversation, and I hope that we come up with some cool ideas and analysis on the way.
I hope we don't make a lot of people mad with our hot takes.
We will.
I hope we do make people mad and they comment and they say, "Wow, you guys are not smart," and I'll say, that's okay because you still listened.
True.
And thank you to everyone listening and all of our future listeners for joining us on this time. And if you make it to the end, I tip my hat to you. So, fellas, I guess the burning question right off the bat is like, who are we? Why are we doing this? And like, what gives us any authority to speak on anything? So I don't know if maybe Ian, do you want to, Marcelo, whoever, somebody get the ball rolling.
I was gonna say, I am me. I have no authority to talk about it, but I am like an enjoyer, and I feel like as an enjoyer, you form opinions, and they're just that. Don't be too offended by them, or be offended by them. But just know that it's just that an opinion. I don't know. I just like consume a lot of the medium, so I feel like it's just like a cool opportunity to like hang out and talk. Like I said, for me it's just kind of like a hangout, and this is something that we already did on a weekly basis, if not more. Like probably like anytime any chapter ever drops, we talk about it. So we figure why not share with people and hopefully eventually a community and like expand that weekly conversation. Or maybe not weekly on a podcast format, but with like people out there.
Indeed.
For sure.
And, I'm the type of guy who will watch any anime, even if it's not that great. So I'm your isekai enjoyer. And some other more controversial like stuff, I'll give it a shot just to see what people's talking about. So yeah, if you have any insane, or just straight up bad anime that you want to recommend, I'll definitely check it out,
Yeah, I think anytime there's like anime news or anime, like a new series is coming out or something we've watched, or a manga chapter just came out, and we're always like discussing it amongst ourselves and kind of reacting to the different hot takes that people have on the internet, which can range from...
Or are they hot?
They can range from like, wow, that's an actually really cool idea, to media literacy is dead.
Yeah, or just turn off your computer and delete your social media, please.
Exactly. So, I think this is just a great platform where we can, voice our thoughts on it, and hopefully someone listening will be like, you know what? My opinions have been validated. Or they can think we're crazy, and that's okay too. I know, at least between the three of us, we're not all the same age. Ian's the oldest one. I'm in the middle. Marcelo's a little baby boy. So we can talk about certain anime that the others can't speak too well on, and it provides different perspectives. So like, I know Ian, you definitely are a fan of certain shows that Marcelo has not watched. Likewise, Marcelo, you are a fan of some shows that I have not watched. You know, we cover each other's blind spots.
Yeah,
I would
definitely.
say Zach's blind spot is isekai. He's an isekai hater.
I'm
We'll get more into that
I,
later.
I'm
Time.
I'm an isekai truther.
Okay.
But that's a good. I mean, that's a good kind of jumping off point in terms of like where we want to, guide this conversation to start. Let's talk about like give the people at home kind of a taste of what we're into. Give them an idea of where our minds kind of lie in terms of what's good, what's not good. Ian, what are your like favorite series just in general?
I think growing up, I mean, when I was a kid, I would just like my favorite ones were like Saint Seiya, Roni Kenshin, Big Yikes, obviously Dragon Ball, all those kind of shows. But like, uh, I feel like as I grew up, I was interested in more like mature stuff, as everybody, and then, I started discovering another side of like anime and manga that I was like, oh man, like this is actually like very deep and like, because at the beginning you don't know like, oh, shonen, but then like what is shonen, and then you start like digging into all these like categories and stuff, and you find out there's like different genres and all that. So nowadays I just want to see stuff that kind of like challenges me, even there's like new shonen like Dan that kind of like breaks the mold
Mm-hmm.
and challenges you in a way that like you don't know what to expect with the story. So I thought that was pretty cool. And sometimes I just want to go for like a simple thing that like pretty like kind of turn off my brain and just go for it. That's why I like some really bad isekais. I'll enjoy them. But yeah, man, like I feel like you guys know me, like I'll watch anything and everything.
That's good. Marcelo, what about you? What's your like your favorite shows series?
Definitely number one would have to be Naruto. That was also my like introduction to like anime in general. And then I don't know. I think when I think about favorite, I think like replayability. Like what have I gone back to the most? Probably Hitman Reborn. It's like another one which I don't think anybody here has seen, right?
Not yet.
No, I haven't
Yeah,
seen
no. That was an anime overshadowed by like the big three at the time. Came out at the same time and it was like amazing and it had a good run, but like and then like more modern stuff. Obviously like JJK, I would say, but like I would say it's like a favorite of the new ones, not like an all time
Right.
maybe,
Mm-hmm.
Right.
because Dandadan is like too early for me to. I haven't read it, and it's like too early for me to like kind of like put it there when it's like 8 episodes in or something. But yeah, no, I mean I. Oh, actually, I'm lying. Hunter x Hunter has to be like number 3. Like yeah. But no, I have not watched Yu Yu Hakusho yet. Sorry guys.
You
Hate to
will.
that would
disappoint.
be yeah, that would be the one I've like rewatched the most. That one and Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Oh yeah. We'll definitely get you hooked on Yu Yu Hakusho. I swear, it's my life.
I'm in like episode 40 or 30
okay.
or
Say
something.
hey. I mean that's not nothing. For
Yeah.
me, my literal first anime was Dragon Ball Z. I discovered it as a child, and it like rewrote the biology and chemicals in my brain. But like I was a '90s kid, so I grew up on like the your Dragon Ball Z's. I grew up on Sailor Moon, even though like I was a boy, so I like to pretend I didn't watch it, but like it was always on before Dragon Ball Z, so had to do it. Yu Yu Hakusho in the more modern age. I was a big Naruto fan. I did not get into One Piece until much later. They were, I think, already in Wano by the time I got to One Piece, but I'm all caught up now, and it is maybe the greatest thing ever created.
I can't believe I
No.
didn't say One Piece.
From us, I think I'm the latest one to get caught up in One Piece, and yeah, it is a masterpiece so far.
Yeah. And but then like even like more recent stuff. I do read Dandadan week to week. I've been loving the anime. It is like a work. It's like you can tell it's such a work of passion. Chainsaw Man, pretty much anything written by Tatsuki Fujimoto. Look Back just came out, and that was just the a really easy way to make me a mess. And yeah, there's just tons of stuff. I'm forgetting all kinds of things. I know when we tried to record this before, we all forgot it, but I'll say it now. Berserk.
Yes.
Was kind of my big. Oh, this is a big boy.
Yeah.
Series. Yeah. So obviously, just so many incredible series that I'm sure each one of them we can dedicate a whole episode to talking about. It's just, that's what I love about anime is there's always so many different things. If you want your dark, gritty fantasy stories, if you want your kind of slice of life school comedies, if you want your sci-fi ghost romance, or if you just want the most shameless power fantasy harem.
I was gonna say me, and then you said harem, and then I was like, hold up. Slow down, buddy.
Listen, it may be trash, but I mean, trash can be good.
But yeah, I guess from there, should we jump off into kind of what we're into right now, what we're watching, what we're reading?
Yeah, I mean, so we're kind of coming up to the tail end of fall 2024. The new year is almost upon us. And there's been some, I mean, there's hits every season, but I feel like this season there has been some just absolute bangers and some absolute stinkers.
Wait, what's been stinky?
Everyone says Blue Lock season 2 is hot garbage.
Bro, nobody here watches that. I mean, Ian, do you watch that?
No, I don't really like it, to be honest.
Okay. See?
All I know is I've seen the clips of them, and it's like a JPEG that's being dragged.
They're not
around.
beating the allegations. For sure, they're not beating the allegations.
It can be worse than Uzumaki. That has to be the biggest flop this year.
That is so unfortunate. Everything I've read about it is just it just makes me sad.
And I haven't even seen the first episode, which apparently is really good. But I read the whole manga.
Mm-hmm.
And I closed that book and I was like, damn, this is amazing. And then it's so sad that I don't even want to watch it, to be honest. I just don't want to get triggered because it was such a good story, so bizarre, amazing.
Yeah.
I guess that is stinky.
But we had this season we got Dragon Ball Daima has been going on, and
yeah,
it's the best Dragon Ball has looked in literal decades.
I mean, I think Broly looked pretty good, the
yes.
fighting scenes and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to watch,
I would say Broly, maybe.
It's hard for me to watch because I don't have, the extensive love and passion that you guys have for Dragon Ball because I didn't grow up on it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, I'm yeah, cool, they're tiny, but, I don't know, it's hard for me to get into it because I don't have all the other... I've watched the Tournament of Power. I wouldn't even say I watched Super. And that's about it. That's my... And I know I know all the beats because how can you not know all the beats of Dragon Ball Z? It established everything we know and all the but other than that,
episode 1 is Marcelo outing himself as a fake anime fan.
Yes,
bro,
definitely.
He's not a real anime. You don't watch the anime of all animes. It's I don't know
the grandpappy of them.
Right. So really, you we're gonna start this next episode, and it's just gonna be me and Ian, because
it's okay, Marcel. You can do it. If you watched One Piece, you can watch anything.
Dude, seriously, I keep telling you, OG Dragon Ball is such a funny, kick-ass series, and then you just watch Z, and it's you can.
Okay, yeah, I'm down to watch Dragon Ball, but I feel like Z. Let's be objective. Did Z age well compared to anime as we know it today? I know Dragon Ball is a completely different thing than Z is, but
I would say for the most part you could still watch Z and it's totally passes. The Z's problem is a lot of older anime, just a lot of filler.
Yeah,
and occasionally they would use an animation studio that made the characters a little wonky, but you kind of got that back in the day before they switched to seasonal formats. But no, I mean, the moments still hit.
Okay, maybe
Yeah, I agree.
we'll circle back to that, and maybe we'll do like a bi-weekly Marcelo check of Dragon Ball.
You can, I mean, I'll let you borrow the manga. The manga is like the purest form, and it's like Toriyama's was a genius, rest in peace. Yeah, let's go back to the season. What have we got? Bleach, Thousand Year Blood War.
But wait, what have you personally, Zach? What have you personally like been reading and watching, rather than just like going over, like generally?
So it's funny because
what's speaking for you?
Obviously, Dan to Dan, Chainsaw Man has been really fun. It's funny because I will go to the bookstore and I will just buy manga like that I have already read, or that I just like I just picked up volume 2 of Dinosaur Sanctuary. And it's a slice of life workplace story about people who take care of dinosaurs in a zoo.
We love Jurassic Park Don Good.
Right?
Yes.
And
about Jurassic Park.
And yeah, it's mostly about like me building my collection of manga that I already have, and then like expanding it so it's not all just like punchy fighty shonen stuff.
Don't be like that. There's nothing wrong with punchy fighty.
No, absolutely not. 90% of my collection is shonen punchy fighty stuff, but you know, I want people to take me seriously as a person who reads comics well into their 30s.
Like a well-rounded anime enjoyer.
Exactly.
Minus isekai.
Right, exactly. Well, listen, I think some isekai is good.
Like you love Mushoku Tensei, right? That's your favorite?
I loved season 1 of it. Season 1 of Mushoku Tensei made me like a believer, and then season 2 just took all of that at goodwill and just kicked it out the window.
Bro, are you telling me you don't love Peak?
I mean, it's watchable, but it's like,
wait,
you know what's
you haven't caught up yet, right?
No, I stopped watching after his wiener started working.
The way that season ends is like, it's just gonna
also,
blow you away, dude.
Ian, can I just say it is such hater cutter from Zach, the fact that he that he hates the first part of season 2 for what it is, and he watches Dandadan, and everything about Dandadan so far has been finding his weenie and his balls.
No, okay, look,
it's the same plot, bro.
Okay, wait, hold on, wait. It's not because of what it is. It's what the show started as and then turned into something else.
Oh, so if it was like a weenie show at first, you would have liked it.
Yeah, I can, whatever. When the show started, it was like, yeah, this guy's going to get a second chance, and he's in this really cool fantasy world, and we're going to spend a lot of time world building and showing you the magic, and also, like, helping to show this character, like, learn and grow as a human being and stuff. And I was like, I'm all on board for this, because, like, there's, like, growth happening. And then, like, season 2 is like, my weenie doesn't work, and I got to go to school now.
We'll probably move on for it after, but I will say it's crazy that you said you wanted everything, you wanted to expand past fighting stuff, and then you're like, I can't believe he has an emotional trauma now and he has to work through it. This is trash.
You know what? I stand by what I said. I'll keep watching it eventually, I promise.
Let's just say, at least for anime, that plot line was very unique. That what's it called? Erectile dysfunction arc, or whatever you want to call it.
That's not something many shows deal with, and I guess I have to give him credit for uncharted territory. Right. I will always champion trying something new, and if it doesn't work, oh well.
But yeah, what else? Anything else that's been like at the top of your list as of recent?
Not really. I feel like I've been slacking on like watching stuff. Okay. I played through a lot of Sparking Zero, talking about Dragon Ball. That was fun for a while, just, getting back into an anime fighting game. There's a new anime fighting, like, Bleach game coming out. And that's supposed to be, I think, pretty cool. I always thought Bleach would make a really good, like, Soulsborne style game of just, like, fighting progressively harder opponents.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
I can see it.
but there's so many series I would like to start, and then like maybe I do start and just don't don't continue past the first chapter. I've heard Akane Banashi is supposed to be like incredible if you like Rakugo. I just read this first chapter of this very controversial manga that just came out called Drama Queen, which is like, what if the main character was super racist? That's what it is.
Oh god. Yeah, I guess I have to give credit to Japan for originality.
What about you guys?
Even in the wrong way.
Marcelo, I know you're reading a few like newer series in Jump right now.
Yeah. Reading, I guess the bigger ones, obviously, and this is like the overlap for us is like One Piece. The one thing you didn't say, but like, yeah, we all read weekly One Piece.
Yes.
And then,
which, by the way, I'm just gonna say real fast.
Go for it.
Today we're recording this on December 5th, and chapter 1133 just dropped. And if you know, you know, and I'm sure you guys were all crying too.
Sending hugs to everybody.
For sure.
Yes.
But yeah, right now from the newer ones, I am a non-meme Kagurabachi enjoyer. So far, I'm trying to get the other two to get on it as well, but I sense, not only do I sense, I see hesitation. Okay, we'll get there one day.
I will get to it. I know I've been seeing stuff about they're going to different anime studios to see who wants to adapt it. And I think they just said no to Mappa because Mappa's got too much on their plate.
Roasted.
I don't blame them. Like I said, I think UFO Table should pick it up. But I'm literally just letting Kagurabachi cook, and then I'll give it a shot.
Yeah. And then Gokura Kugai that's the manga killing one. Manga not political, but like the monsters.
That's the one with the hot lady of the glasses, right?
Yes. She is very hot. She is strong mommy energy.
We love it.
We do like a nice mommy.
Yeah, and then on the newer ones that I recently started reading, and they're like less than a year old. No Name, so far so good. And then I started reading, and Zach, I don't think would you be into, but maybe Ian you'd enjoy because it's like slightly comedic, doesn't take itself seriously. Ultimate Exorcist Kiyoshi. Basically, this kid, it's like he's like a prodigy, and he's like deemed or like called the like strongest exorcist. But he's like, it doesn't start like this, but he's one of those like sees the like, not humanity, but like the good in some demons. Okay. And so it's like not as black and white, but there's definitely like bad demons out there. I don't know how to explain it, but it's kind of funny because he's like,
it's not like Freer and that all demons are bad.
No, yeah, but like he's OP, so it's like half of the bad ones he's just one shots, and we just got into a part where he like just met a demon that's like doesn't he immediately kill them, and the demon actually kills people, and he's like, fuck, I was supposed to actually be a good person. But other than like that's mostly reading. And I'm actually, can somebody please tell me? I know this sounds so stupid because you guys don't read it, but I've talked to you about it a lot. The manga with the kid with the gloves, and that they're gonna make the anime. Bones is gonna make the anime.
The title of it, you're asking?
Yeah.
It's Gachi Akuda.
Yes, thank you. I don't know why I blanked out on that so hard. And I was literally trying to look it up as you guys were talking about it, but I just
you're like anime guy with gloves,
bro. I swear to God, if I show you my phone right now, that's kind of it. But yeah, no, I love Gachakuta. I love the art style. It's like reminiscent of like, it's like new school like Soul Eater as far as like the big eyes and like that kind of vibe, but like really well drawn. Also a Fujimoto inheritor, as I understand. But yeah, how about you, Ian?
Oh man, I've watched so much stuff this year. Did Freerin end this year? I don't remember.
Yeah, I think it was this year.
I watched it this year. I cried this year because of it.
Yeah, Freerin was amazing.
Yes.
I didn't read that much things. I think only read like Sakamoto Days, which I'm not caught up yet, but I'm very excited about the anime. And I read some Junji Ito stuff. I also read this manga made by the same dude who made Mushoku Tensei, which is like a story of an orc trying to get a girlfriend. Yeah, and the orc looks exactly like Guts from Berserk. And damn, what else? Well, the 2 annual Berserk chapters that we all read.
Hey,
Cool.
those were good
Yeah, they were
chapters.
great.
Yeah, we'll literally strugglers until next year.
Yes.
Hopefully, we'll see a chapter in 6 months or a year. We'll see. Anime, I did watch a lot of stuff. Trying to think what stood out the most.
I will say Ian is like the heaviest watcher and the least reader out of all of us.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I do consume a lot of anime. Well, Kaiju number 8 was amazing. I really enjoyed it.
Dude, yes, it was
right.
amazing. That was
Yeah,
honestly kind of peak for me this year.
That
Yeah,
was,
literally, like, it was so refreshing to see like an older protagonist, like, compared to like just like a little kid. You know, like he was like in his 30s and stuff, and I'm like, he's just like me for real.
exactly.
So that was pretty cool to see. And then there was like this other like it was not an isekai, but it was called like Osan Adventurer, so like older adventurer.
Oh, right.
Yeah, he's like so he runs like he's like an employee for what's it called? An adventurer league, like a guild, sorry, like a guild, like adventure guild.
Yeah.
And then he's like, "Oh, I'm on my 30s. I haven't done anything with my life. I'm gonna be an adventurer." So he goes and he trains with like the S tier like adventurers, and he becomes like, I don't know, man, like a god. You know how these animes are, but it's pretty funny. You know, just like the peak stuff, like Dan, pretty great.
You guys were, I know you guys have been talking week to week about Tower of God.
Yes, Tower God season 2 animation is like so. I don't want to say a bad word, but it's just like so standard. So like you know, literally like no effort. But the story is like really really good. Like the story I've been really enjoying. It's very reminiscent. Like there's a lot of like Hunter x Hunter elements to it. But
On a scale, animation wise, on a scale from, we'll say, Jujutsu Kaisen season 2 to Record of Ragnarok, where does it fall?
Right in between, I think.
yeah, right in the middle.
Nice.
Yeah.
Also, you know what we were not gonna say, and I was like insanity. We were not gonna say The Elusive Samurai. And I think like it's such an understated
Ooh.
anime.
Oh my god, yes.
Like, bro,
Elusive
that
Samurai.
was
That was amazing, dude. That was like
Yeah.
one of the best animated shows, and the story was amazing. The acting, the characters, everything was perfect.
Honestly, anything by Cloverworks is going to look amazing.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
they
Yeah,
also had a series that was really good. That was, I think, last season was Too Many Losing Heroines.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Makain, and it was you know, if you like your kind of school slice of life kind of comedy romance stuff, it was a really charming, really fun series.
Oh,
Yeah.
and the other one I've been watching that I told you guys was Yakuza Fiance.
Oh,
Very, very toxic but very funny like relationship they got going on there. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
yeah.
I was gonna say. Go ahead, Zach. Sorry.
I was just gonna say you were giving us some of the details on it, and I was just like, it sounds problematic.
Yeah, very problematic, very toxic, but it somehow works. It's entertaining, very entertaining.
Yeah, I was gonna say for you few people that like hopefully tune in and like have made it this far, The Elusive Samurai, I will double down. If you haven't watched it, it is like such a unique storytelling for what we know like to be like a super standard idea of like redemption or
Yeah.
like revenge, however you want to see it. But like it's such a unique way of telling that story, and like the characters are like very different. The tonality of the show is like very jarring at times in such a good way. We're like, why are we chopping a guy's head off after we just had like the funniest joke of the whole episode? You know,
Right?
So that would be like, and this probably sounds crazy, but that would actually, I had said Kaiju number 8. This would actually probably be like my most recommended like show because it's so unique. You know?
Yeah.
Nice.
I would say my top 3 for this year would be definitely like Dan, Elusive Samurai, and Kaiju. I think those 3 were really good this year.
Yeah.
I don't know if I have a top 3. I would really have to like go back and remind myself what I watched this year. But yeah, right now Dan Dan might just be at the top. That is partially biased because I have like all caught up on the manga, and the animation has been incredible. But I just genuinely think it's like the best, like if not the best, one of the best series running right now.
For sure.
Yeah, for sure.
But I feel like 90% of like anime watching community has probably already been partaken in Dan to Dan.
Oh yeah.
That being said, if you're like a
Yeah.
non-anime enjoyer, this is the anime that I got Katie and my fiance to like actually start enjoying. So this could be like a good segue if you like kooky kind of funny out of the box stuff.
It's a good gateway anime.
My wife doesn't watch anime like at all. She doesn't like it, and then Dandadan's like the only show that somehow she's been watching week to week with me. So that's pretty funny.
Nice.
Blessed.
Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff I still need to watch from this last season. Apparently, Negative Positive Angler was supposed to be really good.
Is it the fishing one?
Yeah.
Dude, I didn't even know that come out. I had seen the trailer forever ago, but I didn't know it came out.
Yes. I think this past season, and then the Kyoto arc from Rurouni Kenshin has just been readapted.
Dude, I'm telling you, at least the last 2 episodes that I saw about that were simply amazing. Like the way they did it, like it was like so fucking good. Like I don't know, like you got like I don't know if you guys have. Well, I know you've seen it, Zach, but when he loses his first Sakabato and he has to like get it again, that part it was already animated.
Yes.
And they did it so perfect, dude. Like they really did a great job. Also, I want to plug ReZero. ReZero season 3 is amazing. I know you guys haven't watched it, but it's such a great show. And oh man, I can't wait to see how it progresses.
I've only heard good things.
Also, Ian, out of all of us, you would be the person that watched it because I know I haven't, and I know Zach wouldn't. Did you watch Plus Size Elf this year?
I saw a few episodes. Yeah, it was really fun.
Wait a minute. It's not that I wouldn't watch it. I have nothing against those kinds of shows, like whatever you want to call them, fan service shows.
I want to say it was a very cultured anime. I didn't finish it, but like it was, if you're looking for plus size elves, you'll find them for sure.
Okay, good.
Good to know. It does not disappoint on the name.
Good. That's awesome. And I mean, as far as like what has been out so far, I think we've kind of like hit all like the big ones, but like looking ahead, what's coming up in the next like after the new year, there's gonna be some really great series coming back. I'm just looking at and some new series that are premiering. But I'm honestly pretty excited for stuff like Sakamoto Days. Ian, you were talking about that before. I think like a month or 2 ago there was some people talking like, oh, it's gonna get the Ragnarok treatment where it's just gonna be a slideshow, but everything they've shown in the trailers looks fantastic.
Yeah, I was initially concerned because they were like, oh yeah, Record Ragnarok and Baki, which is Baki is really funny to me. I don't know, it's so out there.
I love Baki.
It's
watch
so out there.
Tone, bro.
I'm just saying the animation is like for a show like Sakamoto, it wouldn't go together. But the previews I've seen have been really good, so I'm really hoping the show comes out great.
I feel like it's a big enough entity that like they would want to put their like the right investment, and I don't think they will like fumble that, because it's like I feel like it's a well-known enough like manga that like they don't want to mess up the adaptation, and like like you have to think of from the company perspective, they want to make money, so why would they set themselves up for failure?
Yeah, definitely.
True.
Zach, I see Apothecary Diaries season 2 is coming out.
I'm so excited. If you guys haven't watched season 1, it's so great. It is just the character of Mao Mao is so fun and nuanced, and it builds to like a lot of these really powerful emotional moments, but the episode to episode, like it's got a formula and you'd think that would like get stale really quick, but like the mysteries that come up from it are really interesting, and both OPs are great pieces of music. I'm excited for that. I know you guys are excited for what's the other big one? Solo Leveling.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Of course.
Yeah, season 1 honestly was pretty good. I like how they handled the whole like power scaling thing for it. I kind of like the setting too, because it's like a more modern setting, but it still has like the, like, oh, I'm an S class warrior or whatever, I'm a B class warrior. So, but they do something pretty like original, I'll say, when it comes to that.
Didn't know that this existed, but apparently next year in January, there's a show called The Red Ranger Becomes an Adventurer with Another World. A long title to follow.
Okay.
But I'm a sucker for Power Rangers, so I will be watching. And I know Ian and I are definitely gonna be watching. I may be a guild receptionist, but I'll solo any boss to blah blah blah. Long title to follow.
I love the titles.
Yes.
And by the way, for anyone who hadn't caught on, the name of the podcast is kind of a wink and nod to those sorts of things. We were trying to come up with it, and I was like, "What about that time we hosted a podcast?" And this is our first episode. That time we started a podcast. We've been reborn in another world as podcast hosts.
Yes.
That's why we enjoy isekai, right, Zach?
Exactly.
Yeah, which is funny because I did not expect. Oh, also, sorry. Let's just bypass what I was about to say. Windbreaker season 2, April.
Ooh.
Yeah,
that we didn't bring that up when we talked about stuff we watched this year. That was good.
That is true. Yeah, that's Cloverworks too, right?
I believe so. Yeah. Them Bofurin boys. Also, we're getting season 2 of the 100 Girlfriends Who Really, 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 Really Love You, which I know you guys like your fan service and kind of that kind of stuff. It's a guy who is getting 100 girls in his harem, and
that's more Ian.
It's hilarious.
It's really good. It's pretty funny because it's a parody of all those like super fan servicey like romance shows.
But it is not without its own fan service.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think it's this coming season. I know it's going to be coming out, I think, in this next year. But we're supposed to be getting season 2 of like shows like My Dress Up Darling and
Chainsaw Man movie, hopefully.
Yes,
hopefully we'll hear about it this month.
Yeah. There's some stuff about Jump Festa we can talk about in a second. My Hero Academia is going to be going into its final season, which me and Marcelo finished the series, and we definitely had our opinions about it.
By the way, Zach, did you see that there's like an extra chapter now?
Yes, I've been trying to
read it. I have to read it.
I've been trying to get it in English, but it's been no luck so far.
I think my unpopular opinion of My Hero Academia is that I thought I hated it, but I actually kind of liked last season. I kind of enjoyed it, so I don't know. Yeah, I think there are definitely some people in their fan base who I dislike, and it makes me dislike the show immediately. So, but the show itself is not terrible.
I think the anime in this last season, which was season 7, has been handling the content better than the manga did. If that sounds
that makes sense.
Possible. Like, obviously, Horikoshi, terrific artist, and when he is on his game, is very good at writing characters. I won't get into it now. I just have a lot of issues with how the final battles were being handled, and some of the weird messaging that he tried to squeeze in certain parts with certain characters.
Yeah. I think I know what you're talking about.
But hey, it's almost done.
Yeah.
And we're supposed to be getting 3 new Demon Slayer movies.
Yeah, they're gonna give him the Attack on Titan treatment, I think.
Also, the new Haikyuu movie, right? Supposed to be coming out soon.
That's right.
Which I hope that it gets a little bit. I don't know how to explain it. The first movie, the first canon movie that came out recently, I felt like it was a little bit too friendly and there was none of the competitiveness, and I didn't walk away with like accomplished. You know, there's no nothing tense, but
True. Yeah, it was kind of
hopefully there's a little bit more at stake in this next movie.
I just think that Haikyuu, like I love Haikyuu, but you know, I finished the manga and I don't think that it really made for. I don't think it should have been movies. I think they should have just done one more season, and
Yeah. Or if anything, just do a movie about the last 2 games and wrap it up, maybe.
That's what I'm expecting the final movie to be. But
yeah.
Other than that, I think we're all looking forward to the Jump Festa news. I know there's like we talked about some of the things that like we're expecting to come out, but this is when we'll get like trailers and like definitive dates. I know personally, I mentioned it earlier, I'm super looking forward to like Chainsaw Man specifically because that's the only other franchise that like Katie watches with me, and she's been asking me about it nonstop. So like I'm like, please, I need to deliver the good news.
Also, I would like Oda to have his annual message about the manga.
Yeah, he'll be like, things are really gonna fire up this year. That person will show up.
We'll be done in 5 years.
Right.
And I remember the last one he said like, oh, this person and this person are finally gonna reunite, and I'm still like waiting for it.
But it totally happened today.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wait, who is it?
Today.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah.
Never mind. I'm so
And
dumb.
he
I didn't
definitely
think about it.
delivered on the battle royale. Oh, I can't believe this person's fighting this person.
Right.
Yeah.
Oda, please take care of yourself.
Yeah,
Don't
seriously.
sick, man.
Every mangaka who's working right now, like your health is so important. I will not have another Kentaro Miura on my hands.
Please no. Yes.
So, all right. Well, I mean, I think that kind of wraps things up for this first installment of That Time Podcast. Any words of wisdom you'd like to offer our lovely listeners before we let them go?
First of all, thank you if you got this far. Just know that I love you and I hope that you follow us, and comment on our things. Let's chat about stuff, you know?
Cool. I will second the feelings that Ian said, but I'll add, hopefully follow us on all social. We'll have everything posted. We'll hopefully be doing like TikTok snippets and shorts and stuff like that. And like I said at the beginning, this is at first gonna start like a hangout, but I hope in due time becomes a community. So looking forward to kind of interacting with all you and getting to know your opinions too. But yeah, thank you.
Thanks guys for listening. If you'd like, comment about what you'd like to hear us talk about with your opinions. Are we crazy? Are we based, as the kids say? Let us know, and we'll see ya on the next one.
Goodbye.